This is a Pecha Kucha titled Africa, A Look into Nigerian Culture by Cameron Smith. I hope that you will be intrigued and informed by the information you will hear today. We will look at dating, marriage, family, and many other customs in various Nigerian tribes. With the largest population in Africa, Nigeria is a busy and bustling country. The largest groups are the Hausa in the north, the Yoruba in the southwest, and the Igbo in the southeast, who account for around a fifth of the population each. Other large groups include the Ijaw in the east and Fulani in the north. Nigeria is divided into 36 states. In the 13 northern states, the vast majority of people are Muslim. Extremist groups have grown more popular in the north, mainly because of widespread poverty and frustration over corruption and lack of development. In the southern states, the majority of Nigerians are Christian. Dating in Nigeria is very strict. Parents arrange their sons' and daughters' marriages, and even if couples are allowed to date, they are well aware of the fact that their families have already chosen a partner for them. However, most of them do participate in secret dating. The Nigerian Constitution does not establish a minimum age for marriage. 43% of girls are married off before their 18th birthday. 17% are married before they turn 15. The prevalence of child marriage varies widely from one region to another, with figures as high as 76% in the Northwest region. The Child Rights Act, which was passed in 2003, sets the age of marriage at 18 years old. However, only 23 of Nigeria's 36 states have taken concrete steps to implement the minimum age of marriage. Poverty, poor education, and strong social and religious traditions are drivers of child marriage. Large families are common in Nigeria, and communities place a high value on getting married and having children. Traditionally, the size of a man's family is believed to signify his wealth. Polygamy is still practiced in both the Muslim and also in the southern areas where traditional beliefs are followed. Before a man marries an Igbo woman, he must first ask for her hand in marriage from her parents as well as her umana or extended family. The onyembo or Western-style marriage proposal on bended knee does not count as an official proposal. There are a series of 3 steps prior to the official marriage ceremony. The Igbo translation of Iku Aka is to knock on the door, and Iju Ese is translated as to ask or inquire. This is the first meeting of the groom-to-be and his prospective in-laws. The groom is escorted by members of his family and introduces himself and his family. Gifts are not required for this meeting, but palm wine is sometimes given. The bride's family would usually send out a representative to check or investigate the groom-to-be and his background. They usually look for the history of divorce or infertility. It is assumed that the groom's family begin carrying out investigations prior to the introductory visit. The last and most important stage is when the groom speaks with the bride's umana or extended family. The groom is expected to be accompanied with more of his family than the first visit and to take gifts along with him, such as cola nuts, palm wine, heads of tobacco, and more. After receiving the consent, the groom can proceed to visit the bride's family again to discuss the imu ego, or bride price. This usually involves lengthy negotiations and sometimes arguments between families. The bride's family will usually begin pricing high, which results in a counter offer. Once the dowry is paid, the groom's family discusses the date and plans for the Iba Nukwa, the formal traditional engagement ceremony and customary wedding party. The ceremony takes place in the bride's father's family's compound in her Nigerian hometown. At the ceremony, the bride's father begins blessing her and gives her a cup of palm wine to hand to the man that she agreed to marry. The groom is hidden within the large crowd of attendees, and the bride is required to search him out and offer him the drink while kneeling. If he accepts and drinks the wine, that signifies to the public he is the one. The Igbo traditional attire for men, or the groom, is a special tunic top tailored with a special fabric called isu agu, or head of a lion, because the fabric is printed with pictures of heads of lions worn over a pair of trousers with a red or black cap and a fashion walking stick. The traditional woman dress includes a blouse called a bubba, the wrap skirt called the iro, the head tie or jelly, and the traditional coral beads around the neck. Usually, the groom and bride set a color code and are in accordance with each other. The family and friends dress in similar colors and fabrics. During the wedding, the family of the bride and groom throw money at the couple to congratulate and to symbolize prosperity. When the ceremony has ended, the family and newly wedded couple partake in the Bia Malu Ulo, which is a day that marks when the bride's parents and her extended family officially visit her at her new home. Social science scholarship increasingly recognizes infertility as a devastating problem for women in many parts of the world, particularly in the high fertility areas of Africa. Regardless of its medical causes, infertility causes women in African societies personal grief and frustration, social stigma, and economic deprivation. There are not many divorces in Nigeria because of deep rooted culture, but women who do receive divorces face many problems, including social stigma and ill treatment as a divorced woman, rejection by the family, possible loss of custody of her children, difficulty in supporting herself financially, and unemployment.